delete data. So this was what we were able to achieve yesterday. We created a simple code application for a news company. We used AIT for yesterday's project. And for yesterday's project, we were able to learn how to clone a GitHub repo. So whenever any of us uploads code or any Django developer, maybe watch a tutorial on YouTube and the person says, oh, project link is in the bio, you can easily go to that person's GitHub repo, clone the code locally to your PC. Then you can now test out the code, run it, all those examples the person taught, and all you can try for yourself whether did it work. You understand? So that's how it is. So that is what you'll be doing once you become firm in back end. When you watch tutorials, you have to practice those tutorials. You have to check it, did it work? You start reading through people's code bases, seeing patterns in people's code, and that's how you become better, have your own structure for your code. Now what we're doing is pretty basic, but obviously when we start working on real world projects, your code will be longer, your models will be more robust and all. So you need to understand how to use Git properly. So yesterday we created two views.
That Prosper.
Yes, Adija Damichi.
Sorry, please remind me the name of the app again.
The folder.
That project is AP class or clone.
Clone. When you seed into documents, then you seed into clone. Then you now seed into API class 2.
Okay.
All right. So what I used to normally prior to yesterday's class was for every single thing, we're creating separate views. So we had one view for creating new posts, a view for listing out all the posts, a view for updating a post, a view for retrieving a post, a view for deleting. And I was able to show us that that is redundant. Your code does not need to be that long. You can actually write a view that will handle 3 to 4 processes and it will still work exactly the same way. So why would I write 4 different views and 4 different URLs? Whereas I can write just one view that will handle all those things. So yesterday we wrote this code and we're able to try it out. So basically this allows us to create a new post. So just to recap, we created a serializer that converts that data into JSON format. So when we pass in a data, when creating something, the next step is to validate the data that has been passed in. If that data does not meet your model structure, Django should flag it, your code should flag it. So whenever you're accepting data from people, you always have to vet that data. So in line 11, this is where I'm collecting the data.
Prosper.
Yes, Adija.
It's saying cannot find the parts.
Okay. Yeah, probably not. So once I'm done explaining this, you share your screen. All right, so just pay attention here. So just to recap here, this line 11 accepts, this is where the new data is passed into the serializer. Then the next step is to validate the data that has been passed in. Any data that passes or goes through successfully means that data passed the validation check. It means that data conforms with what you set up in your model. It does not break anything. If you say maximum length of 100 and your code goes through, it means the length of that thing was not up to 100 characters. So this line 12 is doing the check. Now, if the data is valid, the serializer is valid, the next thing is to save it, which is what we're doing. Now, this is the only thing that is kind of new to us, which is a view that handles multiple methods. So the first step is to specify all the methods you want this view to handle. So usually what we always do is as API view, pass only one method, that's all. But this is a list, so meaning you can pass in multiple methods. So we have a get method. So this is for retrieving data. We have put, which is for updating data rather. And we have delete, which is for deleting data. So retrieve data, update data, then obviously delete data. What these three things have in common is that for all of these steps, you need to first of all get the data. So obviously get has to do with you getting the data. That's all it's doing, just retrieving the data. Before you can use put, you have to first of all get the data. Before you can update something, you first of all retrieve it, then update it. you want to change your bio, you first log into your account. First of all, get into your account before you can now update something. So put soon, you need to first retrieve that account. Delete, before you can delete your account, you log in. So you have entered, you've gotten that account first before you can delete. So these 3 steps require us retrieving the news. So that's why we said first step one is to retrieve the news from the database. And by using this shortcut, get object of fall for, meaning if he finds the news, he gives the user back the news. If he does not find the news, return a fall for message. So fall for is the standard for when an object is not found. On the web, if you go online and search for a URL that does not exist, you see, sorry, fall for not found, error, fall for not found. So that's what this thing is doing. So once we have retrieved the news, then we now segment this code into the different methods. So if it's a get method, if request or method equals to get, it means if it's get that the person is calling, if it's get that is passed to postman, please just help me serialize that single news. We're not putting many equals to true because news is just one. So serialize just that single news. Then after that, return as a response the data from that serializer, the serialized form of that data, and return it to me. The next one is if is a put method, meaning the person wants to update the news. What are the steps I need to take? The first one is after retrieving the news, passing the new data. This is the request of data. This is the new data that is coming in. So I'm saying that the old data, this data is the old data. The old data is now equals to the new data that the person has typed in Postman. And remember what partial equals to true is doing. Well, that means you didn't remember what partial equals to true is doing.
So
Well, that means you're with us. I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. Okay, I'm hearing you now.
yes, you want to actually change it, like the part of your data.
Okay. So it allows partial changes to data. You understand? So you're correct. So it allows partial changes to data. So you don't want to edit everything. It's just maybe your bio you want to change or your DP. It's possible because there's partial equals true. So once you have passed in the new data, the next step is validate that data. So you're doing the exact same step you did when you were creating data. You validate the updated data. Hope it's correct. Hope there's nothing wrong. If yes, save the data. Then return the serialized form of that data. Then the last method is if it's delete, obviously just delete that data. And 204 is the standard response for deletion. So when something is deleted on the server, the status code we are getting as a response is 204. So 204 stands for deletion. It means no content, meaning it was successful and that content is no longer there. I've deleted the content. So we're going to write a URL for this news detail. This one here. We've not tested this guy out, so we're going to test it out soon. So let's just hold on while Adija shares her screen. So Adija, please share your screen. Who said they can't hear me? Victor, can you hear me now? Victor, I just got your text. Can you hear me now?
I'm here now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
I can hear you.
All right. So please share your screen, Adija. Okay. So you see the into API class too. All right. So help me type dir. Let's see what is inside API class 2. Enter. Okay. So your env is before API class 2. So you need to go back to clone. So you're supposed to activate your virtual environment first before you do cd into API class 2.
Well,
So
how do you know this?
all right. So let's look at it from Windows Explorer. Go to your file explorer.
Okay.
Let's go to your normal file explorer.
I'll have cover everywhere like this.
Yeah. Just click on the clone. Okay. So if you look at your code now, you are inside clone, yes, and there are 2 things inside clone. Abby?
Yes. API class and EMV.
EMV. So that means if you enter inside API class, you've lost EMV. So double click on API class 2. So you see that there's no EMV inside. So these are the things inside API class 2. So that means I'm supposed to activate my virtual environment before I can CD, before I should CD into API class 2. Why? Because API class 2 does not have my virtual environment. It's clone itself that has my virtual environment, which is ENV.
Eh.
Take it back to clone.
Yeah?
If you look up, you can see document clone API class 2. Can you see it on your screen?
Yes. Yes.
So click on the clone. So naturally, you do CD document first, then CD clone, Abi. Then this is where your code will not be. Inside clone, there are two folders, API class 2 and ENV. So what you have to do is always activate your virtual environment, then you now enter your project. So always have it at the back of my mind is once I enter the folder, activate my virtual environment, then enter the project. So based on your code structure, clone is the name of the folder, ENV is the name of virtual environment, then my Django project is API class 2. So just the flow is I CD into my folder, which is CD clone, which you've done. Then the next step is to activate your virtual environment. Before you don't exit, I'll show you how to go back in this thing. So guys, let's all look at Aditya's screen. So she wants to go back to clone. You know now, if you look at her path, she's already in API class 2. Aditya, you can see you're already inside API class 2, Abby.
Yes.
So how do we go back? So to go back in your command prompt to the previous folder, the instruction is cd space ... No, Claire was there.
CD space dot dots.
Can you see you've gone back to clone now?
Ah.
Look at now, what you had there was before was
Yes,
there.
yeah.
You've seen it. So now you're
I'm
inside clone.
enjoying the shortcuts.
So now just activate your virtual environment, then you now CD back into API class to the proper way. So yes, here is where you activate your virtual environment. Yeah. So guys, this applies to everybody. If you want to go back in your command prompt, the instruction is just cd space ... It will take you to the previous folder. Yes. So now you can now CD into API class. So perfect. All right. So run your server now. It should work. All right. So now that everyone is on the same page, we're going to create a URL. Then we're going to test this detail view. This guy here wants to test it whether it's working. So let's go to our urls.py file. So please let's go to our project urls.py file. Okay, we've already created the URL for it. Am I right? Everybody check your project urls.py file. You should already have this URL there. Please check your project urls.py file.
Yes, we have it.
You have it. So if you notice before, what we used to put here is int when we're using ID, Abby. Look at my screen. What we used to put here in the path is that
Yes,
this is what we used to put before. But now we're working with slug. So slug is another data type on its own. So what you put in front is slug, not int. All right. So please launch Postman. Launch Postman. Let's test that everything is working. So launch Postman.
Have you added anything apart from
No, I didn't add anything. This
it's
stuff.
worked yesterday?
What did you say, Aditya?
You said you want to test if everything is working. That's why I'm asking if you have added anything today.
Yesterday is only the create we tested. We didn't test the one for getting, updating, and deleting.
Okay.
Yeah, the create is working. We tested that one yesterday. It's working. So it's this detail one we want to test. Okay. So let's go to the. So you can click on plus to open a new tab. So
Yes, sir. Where do you
HTTP.
say we should enter on our VS Code?
Check your project URLs.py file. If you can see this line of code there, just confirm that you have this line.
Slug.
Can you see this
Okay.
thing? New/slug. Can you see it on your end?
Yes.
All right. So now please launch Postman on your laptop. Open Postman on your laptop. We want to
Okay.
test that news detail, whether it's working or we've done something wrong. So 127.0.0. Okay. /news/ then the slug of a news. So I said click on this plus. So you don't need to close yesterday's one. So you have that one. So just click on the plus to open a new tab. Then I'm typing out the URL. This is the URL. I'm zooming in so we can see. HTTP 127 blah 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 /news. Then we'll say / the slug of a news. So all of us, after we reach here, we go to the admin to get the slug of a news and check whether it works.
Are we hitting enter?
No, don't enter yet. The URL is this/news/ the slug. So let's go and get the slug of a news we've
Okay,
created.
let's go and get it.
Yeah, so go to your admin panel. So log into your admin and copy the slug of a news. So news. So let me get the slug of this one that was generated by automatically. So I can get the slug. The star is coming then. So just log into your admin, open any news of your choice, then get the slug. So open the news, you see slug. Just copy the slug, then paste it here after the news. Go to your admin panel, open the news, copy the slug of any news of your choice. All of us created like 2 or 3 news. So just copy any slug of any news you want to use. Just copy the slug, then paste it in this URL of Postman. So your URL should be looking like this /news/ the slug of any post of your choice. Is everyone here?
Okay, so we are together.
All right. Adija and Victor, are we all here?
I want to copy.
Okay. So while you're doing that, so Oladimiji, just hit send. Adija, if you're here, just hit send.
We are here.
All right. So hit send and tell me what you're saying.
Yes, method /post/ not allowed. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, remember that view is designed to collect either get or
My
put.
own is 200 okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's correct, Adija. See,
Okay.
mine is 200. Okay. So Oladimiji, you're
Yes,
passing in a post request, and that URL should either be get,
get.
put, or
Yes,
delete. Yeah, so you're using
get.
the
Yeah,
wrong method. Yeah.
yeah,
So just change the post to get, then hit send again. Let's see.
yeah. Ooh, wait.
So Victor, you to try out your own. It's important we all try it out, make sure it's working. So please try it out on your own.
500 internal server error.
All right. So that means you please look at your command prompt. There should be an error there. So tell me what the error is saying. Just open your command prompt. Tell me what you're seeing in the error.
Typo error. Int argument must be a string, a
Yes.
bytes like project or real
Yeah.
number.
So I think look at your URL. Here is this slug or you put int here. Look at your URLs of py file.
Log. Okay.
My own is 404 not found.
All right. So Victor, you share your screen. Then after that, let me you share your screen. Let me stop sharing. All right. So Victor, please share your screen quickly. Okay. Page not found. All right. So Victor, what you copied from Django admin was not the slug. You copied the title. I said copy the slug. So go back to your Django admin for me. Go back to your Django admin panel. Click on the news. Yeah, I said copy the slug. See the slug there?
Oh,
Yes. So that's what you're passing. Yeah. So go to this place. So instead of that, there should be a wall like that. Yeah. Yes. Then put slash at the end. Yes. Then send. Let's see. All right. So
okay.
yours is working. So you see, I've retrieved all the information about that particular news.
Please
That's
go to your URL.
all right. Victor, please go to your URL for that image. All right. So that means is there any difference between his and yours?
No, sir.
All right. So you share your screen. Let me see what's up. Victor, thank you. Please stop sharing. Thank you. All right. Let me see the error first. Let me see your command prompt. What it's saying. Okay. Int argument. Blah blah. So let me see where the error is coming from. Okay. Line 26 in your views.py file. Take your views.py. I mean your serializers though. Okay, no, here. Yeah, it's correct here. It's correct here. Your views, sorry. Your views. Okay. Yes, serializer, this serializer, blah blah. Serializer news. Okay. Take me back to your command prompts. Okay. So please break out, run it again, run your server again, run your server again. All right, so go to Postman again. Try to do the get that you were doing. Let me see. All right, send it again. Yeah, hit send again. Like send the request, hit send again. Yeah, send.
It's actually like your this thing is actually blocking my so how to send. Don't worry.
I don't understand. Like, what's happening? Vladimir, are you good? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Has the issue been resolved?
No, sir.
Like you stop sharing your screen. Share your screen now. Yeah, share your screen. Okay, so you hit send now, Abby.
Mm-hmm. It's
Okay, still
bringing
this.
this.
All right. So take me to your command prompt, please. Yeah, take me to your command prompt.
It's
All
the
right.
same thing.
So it's the same error. So it's complaining about your line 26 in news detail. So take it to your line 26. So let me see what you're doing wrong. First method is get
Hmm.
news serializer news. Okay, I've seen it. Line 25. The news there should be small letter news. You call the small letter news in line 23. No, not the serializer, not for the serializer. The object you're passing to the serializer, you call this small letter news in line 23. Can you see it? News is
Okay.
equals to, yeah. So, Oladimeji, my advice for you is this. Your models should be capital letter. The first letter should be capital letter. Then your
My model.
variables. No,
Okay.
just listen. You know, in line 23, you're saying that news is equals to get object of 404. the model, which is news, then slug equals slug. Can you see what I'm saying in line
Okay. Yes,
23?
yes, sure.
Now that news that is capital letter NEWS, that is your model. So always keep your model in a specific format so that you won't be
Okay.
having this issue. So that's the correct format for models. But your variables, please always call them small letter. So anytime you're saying
Right.
news is equals to something, just leave it as small letter NEWS. So line 23, help me change it to small letter NEWS is equals to yes. Because now Django is confused. He's saying, is it the model he's talking about or what? Do you get?
Yes.
So in line 25, that news you're passing to serializer it should be small letter news. Yes, so it's easier this way. He understands which is which. All right. And if you notice, you use small letter set for line 28. So you were confusing it. You didn't know which one you're calling. So line 28, you use small letter, which was the correct one. But line 25, you're using capital letter. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
So
All
please
right.
try your postman now to make sure it's working. I want to make sure of us on the same page. So go to postman. Yeah, hit send. All right.
Okay.
So you see, you've gotten it. Okay. So we stop sharing. All right. So we're all on the same page. So the get is working. We're able to retrieve one information at a time. Now, I know this raw data is looking weird to you, but just imagine it like this. Whenever someone clicks on the products in Jumia, that's just the detail of that product. So that is what we're doing. So this is what you are returning to the front end. Is the front end that will now choose put the title on the left, put the slug in the URL, put the image by the right hand side, put the content down. But the truth is, you are the one giving him all those data he is displaying. So what we have achieved now is something that can apply to an e-commerce project, a blog project, anything that allows you to fetch one thing at a time. This is the detailed page. This is what we've achieved now. Do we get it? So this is the get. We want to retrieve one thing at a time. So I will still encourage us to use plus so that we have keep track of all the old things. I could have easily said let's just change this to put, but so that we can always reference it later. So let's test the put whether it's working. So please click on this plus, open a new tab. So click on a new tab, please. Okay. So change this method first of all to put. We want to test the put. So on Postman, change the method from get to put. We want to test the put now. Okay. So the URL is the same. All of them use the same URL.
Okay.
So,
We should copy the previous one.
so copy the previous URL. They're all using the same URL. Is the method, is the difference in method that determines what and what is to expect. So put, then copy the URL from the previous get. The same URL they're all using. Okay.
It's working.
Okay. Now don't send yet. Let's try to change one thing. So I'll look at my previous post. I want to change, let's assume I want to change the content now. I want to change the content to something else. So this is my put. I will come to this place called body. Inside your postman, you see a place called body. Under where you just type URL, you click on the body. You click on that body. Then some options will now appear: non, form data, XWWW, raw, binary, and the likes. Click on the form data. I'll take that again. We want to send in data. Where do we go to type in Postman? You click on body. When you click on body, a series of options will come out. Then you select form data. So I click on that form data. Then you type the field you want to change. So I want to change the content. So content. So this was my previous content. I just typed rubbish. So I want to change that content now to something like I love Easter. So just type any new content you want. So the key is content. That's the field. You type it here at the left hand side. Then on the right hand side, you type in the new value, the new content you want to pass in, what you want to change it to. So that's content. Then I've typed in a new value. Is everybody here? Victor, have you done this?
So yes, sir.
All right. Victor, DJ, are you guys with me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you've typed a new content, hit send now. Let's confirm that it has changed. So if I look at my content, that's changed to I love Easter. Did it change on your end to what you guys typed in? The new content you passed in, did it work? Is there anybody's own that did not change to what the person typed? Has it changed for everybody? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir. It has changed.
All right. Oladimeji, confirm, did yours change?
I'm still on it.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually imputing it on the wrong HTML or wrong HTTP. Okay.
Adija, how about you? Did yours change?
It's changed.
Okay. Adija, did yours change?
No. When I clicked
Did it?
on body and I clicked on form data, it was still bringing my old, the one we did yesterday for the post.
And you changed the method here to put, or is it still get? Are you sure? Did you change to put? Confirm. Which method is showing on Postman? Is it the put you're sending? Adija, are you with us? Adija, are you there?
Sorry, I don't know I muted. Yes, I put on, I used put, and it's still bringing
And
the old.
oh yeah, please share your screen quickly.
I'm in class, so
All right, so put. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you're passing a new content. Let's go. This is the get, Abby. No. Go to your puts. Go to your puts. The tab before this one. See put up there. No, Adija, you're going to the wrong place entirely. Look at your tab. There's put.
tab.
Can you see all those tabs in Postman? Can you see prosper, then put
Look
something,
at your
post
tab.
something?
That your new imports, then the tabs.
Uh-huh. So put it on that tab that has put. Okay.
And sure, you see, this is what I'm saying. You see it, I'm putting
Yeah.
put and still bringing the content,
Yeah.
the
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because you did not type in new content. See the content. You did not type in something new. Look at content. Yeah. So type in a new content. Let's see. No,
as you
no.
said,
Wait, Adija. See. This is the existing content is what is showing down when you send a get request. Can you see it?
yes.
So the title is Easter is coming, slug is Easter is coming. This is the old content, YFGU. So I'm saying type in a new content. That's how we'll know it has changed. So type in maybe your child's name or something. We just want to make sure it's changing. So just type in something. That's how we want to check whether it has changed. So press send.
Having a
Check
class.
exactly. So please check your command prompt.
We
Let's see
didn't put
what's wrong.
slash. We didn't put slash in front of the Easter is coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Victor. Nice. Thank you. Well done, Victor. Append slash. All right. So, Adija, as you can see that slug news with this slug already exists. So slugs are unique. When you are making a change, you're not
Hello?
supposed to. Can you hear me,
That's
Adija?
why I'm saying that. You see, this log content image is for the form data I did for posts. And now I've clicked on put. It's meant to bring a new form data for me. Do you
Yes.
understand? That's why this one is bringing news with this log already exists.
Yes. So that's why I said open a new tab. But you edited the post tab. Like you just changed the post to put, right? In the method.
Yes.
Yes, that I said open a new tab. But regardless, so you don't need to okay, you can actually copy it and open a new tab. It will be easier that way. So copy this guy, yes. Open a new tab. Yes. Then paste it here.
Okay, I
Then
think
change.
that's
Yeah.
what
Then
went
change the
wrong.
change the method to put. Okay. Then click on body. Yeah. Then form data. Yes. So I want you to pass in content. So content is the field name. Okay. Content. Then pass in a new value. Remember what we had there for was YFGU.
Yeah.
Yes. So hit send. So the response that comes, if you don't see Abike, that means something is wrong. So if you
Yeah.
notice, the content has changed now.
Yeah.
Yes. All
Okay.
right. So let me share mine. So we've confirmed that the get is working. We've confirmed that the put is working. We want to confirm that the delete is working. So please, a new tab again. Just open a new tab. That URL that you copied is the same one. Three of them are using the same URL. It's just their methods that are different. So one view, one URL is handling three different things. Whereas before we used to write one URL for everything. But you can see that one URL is able to handle both gets, both puts, and both deletes. So your code is now optimized. You are using one stone to kill three birds. So this is the same URL. The next time to change is the method to delete. So please paste in the same URL, then change the method to delete. Then if you're confident, you can now hit send. So this should ideally delete that post. So how do I know that this has worked? Someone should tell me how I know that this worked. That when I hit delete, that's worked because I'm not seeing any response. So how do I know it has worked? Are we still there? Try and delete. So send delete, change it to delete, put the URL, then hit send. Then tell me what you are saying.
We are saying it has one because of the 204.
All right, thank you, Adijat. So this is the essence of status code because there are some views or some things that don't return responses. So my front end guy now, he's not coming here to check for what's the data that is being returned because there's no data being returned. What he just needs to check for is the status code. Is he actually for 204? So if it's 204, he will tell the user back that your post has been deleted successfully or comments deleted successfully. So you can see the essence of status codes. They help us to determine or they help us to they give information quickly about the status of a request. This so far is letting us know that that request has gone. So that's the essence of us learning some status code. So this is a common one for deletion. So for all right,
No, Mr. Prosper, my own is bringing no news matches the given query.
all right. So that means you can't find the URL that the slug of the news you're passing in. So share your screen. I think it's either yours that's deleted, but let's confirm, Sha. So please share your screen. All right.
And you say,
Okay. So take me to your URLs. I mean your command prompts rather. All right.
delete already. You see the delete news, maybe it has delete.
No, that's the one you just tried to do now. The first time you tried deleting said internal server error. That's the first one, 500. See the first delete there. Under this rest framework or status has no
Okay,
action.
500, 944, yes.
Exactly. So the first time you tried it showed internal server error, but I'm sure it has deleted it. That's why it's showing 4
Can
that I
I,
can't find the news.
okay,
So
can I
to
now
confirm
check?
that it's working, you can either try to delete another news or you check your admin. You should no longer see that news again. So reload your admin panel. You should no longer see this news again. Click on news.
It has delete.
That's
Yeah.
deleted. Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
So that's working. So this is what we're supposed to finish today, and we're done. Okay. So we're going to
Mhm.
move on to an issue we had yesterday, which is the generation of slugs. Now, at the moment, it's only when I go to Django admin that my slug will be generated automatically. What do I mean? So you don't need to do this. I showed it in video yesterday. So this is news. I want to create a new news, something like Tinubu. So if you notice, as I'm typing, my slug field is being generated. I hope you can all see that.
Yes, sir.
And what setting is making this happen? Who wants to remind us?
What is the question?
What's the setting that is making the slug field to generate automatically? What's that thing I typed that's making it possible? If someone is speaking, I can't hear you.
Uh,
There's something that's
Pre-populated
making it.
field. Is it pre-populated field?
Are you asking or you're confirming?
I'm just trying to I'm trying my luck. Okay,
You're correct. You're
pre-populated
correct.
field. Okay.
You're correct. So pre-populated fields, where can we find it? It's in your admin file. So please let's note this down. This is the thing that is telling the slug that gets populated from the title. This is the setting that is doing that. If I remove this line of code, just if I comment this guy out and reload this page, you see that as I'm typing, nothing's happening again. Can we all see it?
Yes, sir.
So this line of code is what's doing that magic for us. Okay. But the issue with this thing is, if you leave your code like this, it means for every news the person wants to create, the person can't use the front end. The person has to come to Django admin. And I've told us that your admin is a separate place. Only the CEO and you, or maybe just 4 or 5 people, should actually have access to it. Because you are a super admin, you can't abuse certain privileges. Do you get, even as Mark Zuckerberg is now, he might be the sole admin or administrator of the entire Meta. Do you get, the only thing we'll do is give other people certain permissions or restrictions. So what we want to achieve is we want to write a logic that will allow a user to just fill in the title normally, and the slug will actually get generated, even though it's not on the admin, the person is creating it. So basically, we want to write a method that is going to generate the slug automatically once the person is saving a news item. So to look at the title of the news, then generate the slug for the person. So please let's go to our models.py file. So please let's go to our models.py file. Okay. So for you to manipulate the behavior of something, you need to override Django's default save method. What I mean is, whenever you create a news, that admin panel is running a save method in the background. There's something that is saving what you just typed to database. When you click on that button on your admin, when you click on this button here, after I fill this form, I click on this save here, it's actually running a method called save. So what we want to do now is we want to add a new thing to that save method. We want to tell the save method that how far from the title the person just filled, generate the slug. So once you do that to the save method, that means even though it's the front end the person is creating it from, even this is Postman, as long as that news wants to save, then the slug will be generated automatically. That is what we want to achieve. A method that no matter where you create the slug from, be it admin, be it front end, be it from any form you fill online, the slug will get generated automatically. So the very first thing is to overwrite the save method. So I'll call the save method self star ads. So you can type along, then I'll explain. So there's no slug is equals to all right. So please let's type this, then I'll explain what the code is doing. So inside your models, please be mindful of the indentation. You can see I put it in the same line with all those model fields. To create, we're overriding the default save method. So I've called dev save, then I'm passing in self as the first argument, then ands and quads.
Yeah, so
All right, are we done typing? So we're overriding the save method, yeah, and by default it receives self as the first argument.
hello,
So
Mr.
this,
Prosper. When
yeah,
I
this I'm
click on save, it automatically bring some should I say some informations already in the computer.
when you click, like, do you mean click on save like the way I clicked on it now? Is
No,
this what
no,
you
no,
mean?
no. Like,
As you
sometimes
type,
if you are typing,
as
it's
you
going
type
to
save, it auto completed it for you, Abby.
yes.
Yeah. So that is normal. You're using an ID, so VS Code will try to auto completion for you. Do you get? But this is how it should look. Do you get? I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's I should just type, just suggest something for you. It's not. So this is our own version of our save method. We're overriding the default one. What we're saying is this: in what the person has typed, if the person did not type in the slug, if not self.slug, if there's no slug, if that instance does not have its slug, I want you to say that the slug is equals to the slug version of the title. Just follow me. Somebody is going to come online and want to create a news. Now, there's no news platform where as you're creating it, you ask to pass in the slug of that news. Slug should be auto-generated. As slugs, you choose what you want to generate it. You can say it's the title, you can say it's the date, you can say it's the category the news belongs to. Anyhow you want to do it. So this is what I'm saying. When the person has filled this form, if the slug has not been filled, if not self.slug, that's what this line is saying. The slug is not yet filled. I want you to say that slug is equals to slugify. Now slugify is a function, a built-in function. If you look at it, it's from Django. Look at your line 4, guys, your models of PY5. You see that there's something imported already, slugify. Slugify is a helper method that converts your normal characters into slugs. That's its job. So what I'm saying is slug should be equals to the slugified version, the slug version of the title of that news. So that is why as I'm typing in the title, the slug version does not allow space. So anywhere I put space in my title, for example, Easter is coming, Easter space is space coming. Slug will write it as Easter hyphen. So hyphen is replacing that space. So that's what this method is doing. That how far generate the slug or let the slug be equals to the slugified version, the converted version of the title. That's what it's doing. And then all I'm doing is after that, I'm now saving it. This is a generic function. So what I mean is this is the standard. If I want to do it for another field too, I can say if the person does not put image, just an example. So I'm saying if the person does not put image, I want to write another one just for the person does not put image, just an example to show you how it works. So the person does not put in image. I can say, oh, okay, oh, the image is now equals to, I can now pass in the path to an image or something. So I say something like, let's say http www www.google.com/image slash name.jpg. I'm just explaining how it works. If the person does not put in published dates, let's assume I'll say if not sell the published dates, you should say that the published date is equals to the time now. I'm just showing us multiple examples of how this guy works. So what we're doing is we're generating the slug. Other fields already have a default value. So this is redundant. We're already doing what we've done already in the model definition. But this is what we're saying. If there's no slug, I want you to turn the title into the slug, then save it as the slug. So we want to test that this guy is working now. So please, let's go back to our postman. Let's try and create a post. So please go to postman. Let's try and create a post. So please go to postman. Let's try and create a post. So click on that. But this is where we stopped yesterday. So don't yet send. Is everybody here? Go back to postman. We have a tab for creating posts that we did yesterday. Is everyone there? Can you guys hear me? Are we there? Adija, can you hear me? Victor, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Are we here in this URL for post? Are we there?
And mine has gone.
Yes.
Okay, even though yours has gone, just create a new tab, then paste this. I'm sending this on WhatsApp or whatever now. I'm sending on WhatsApp to you. All right. So Adija, I want you to, are your fields there? The title, slug, content, image, author, are they all there? So let's write the details for a name.
No, how did you get your own again? I should take it to the post, right?
Yeah. Even though yours is not there, okay, you know what? Let's create a fresh one. So I'll go to a new tab. So I will do it together. Is that fine? So I'll open a fresh tab. This should be posts. So remember, we go to where? Body.
Is
then
there? My
post.
own is there. I've seen it.
All right. So let me just do it. So title, content, published dates, we have author. So Adija, I suggest you open a new one because we want to create a post now. We won't pass in the slug. We want the slug to generate automatically.
Okay, okay.
Author. So just open a new tab and go to this 127/create. So you can copy the URL from the previous one. The title is Mary. Okay. Happy New Year is my title.
Are we now adding image?
Yeah, image. Thank you, Victor. Image. Change this to file. Select file. Put select title. Author 1. Publish date. Year, month, day. Day 20. Okay. This one is there's a default. I don't need to stress myself.
You didn't put slug.
No, we don't want to be the one to pass in slug now. Do you get? We want to make sure that method is working. So we try and fill this thing without passing in the slug. Let's see. yesterday we had to put slug by ourselves. So today we have written a function now. We made an override to the save method, so it will be generating slug by itself. So once we confirm that it's working, so we try to create a post now without slug, and we'll see whether at the end of the day it has its own slug without us
Okay.
passing it to ourselves. That was what we want to achieve. Because humans can be typing happy hyphen new, it's stressful. So the computer should be the one turning what we've typed into that thing.
No publish date.
Yeah, so let me explain. If you have a field in Django and it has a default means that if the person does not pass in publish date, use the current time. Use
What?
the time. Do you
Yes,
understand,
Oh,
Victor?
sorry.
Yes,
Pẹ̀lẹ́.
sir.
Okay. So I can decide to either pass in. So that means it's me that wants to pass it in myself. Or if I don't pass it in, Django will not throw an error. Instead, to use the default, it will use the current time now. So that's what I said in this setting, that how far the default is time zone dot now. So that means unless the person writes it by himself, if the person does not pass in anything, just use today's time and date now. Use it when the post was created. So your WhatsApp, that's where you use it. When you upload the status, you're not the one that choose the date and time, Abby. On
Yeah.
your guy's phone, it will just show 2 hours ago, 30 seconds ago. So it's using the current when you updated that, when you posted that status, it just took the time and date. You
But
understand?
it's my own is telling me to write something there.
To write what where?
Publish date, I can write it.
Yes, I'm not saying you can't write it. I'm saying that even if you don't write it, there will be no error because there's a default already.
Okay.
Yeah. So any field that has a default is either you pass it in or you don't. So that's what I'm explaining to Victor. So if you notice me, I turned off my own, so I'm not passing it in. So I'm telling Django, use your head, use the correct time now as the published date. That's what I'm doing. But if it's that I pass in published date, I can choose to say that this news was published day before yesterday or last week. So that's the difference. If you don't pass in the published date by yourself, it will use the default, which is today's current date and time, the time you made that post. That's what your WhatsApp, your Instagram, all those things, you don't put the time on the post. It just uses by default the current time when you made that post, the current date. But if you put it by yourself, you can decide to manipulate. You can say that you made this post last week, whereas today you made it. So that's the difference. So if you've typed in this field, let's hit the send and see. All right. So if you notice, I'm getting 201 created. And if you notice, I have my slug generated for me, and then I can see the published date, which is today's date and the time 14/11/44, which is 2:11. Our server is always 1 hour behind us. That's how server time works. So if you notice, my current time now is 3:12, and server time was 2:11:44 as of when this post was made. So everyone, please confirm that you have a slug that was generated for you from the title, and confirm that the published date was automatically generated also. Victor and DJ, kindly confirm this.
Yeah, I get same thing.
It's
Okay,
saying
same.
bad request.
All right, DJ, yours the same bad request, yeah?
Yes.
All right, so share your screen. All right. Yeah, it's telling you title is required. You didn't put a title for the news you're about to create.
I put a title now. Happy New Month.
No, Adija, remember it is case sensitive. Look at the spelling of your title.
Mm.
Yes. No, it's supposed. Okay. Yeah.
Am I missing something?
Well, that means you're welcome back. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So it works. Yeah. So if you notice, we're not the one that passed in the slot by ourselves. It was generated automatically. So that's what overriding the save method can give you. So with what we've set up now, whether we create it from Postman, from Django admin, wherever we create it from, the slug gets generated automatically. All right. So there's one more view we've not done, which is the one that shows us all the whole news from the database.
Please,
Then,
can you re-explain that side?
which one? Which one are the which?
The dev save.
Oh, okay. After this one, you owe me. So this is the save method here.
Okay,
So
okay.
in the back end, naturally, Django has a hidden method called save. That's this method here. Whenever you come to the admin and hit save, to make it user friendly, it's just a button. But in the back end, something is actually happening. The save method is actually running to actually create that thing. So what we want to do is we want to add something new to the save method, something that does not come by default. And what we want to do, we want to tell it that whenever somebody is saving the news, allow them to create it without slug. Then in the process of saving it, generate the slug from the title and use it as a slug for them. I'll say that again. Whenever a human being wants to create news, naturally allow them type things that they know they should type: title, image, content, publish date. Now this slug, let them not necessarily type it themselves. I want you to generate the slug using the title. So that's what this save method is doing. So the save method is first of all checking if the person did not type in slug, if not self.slug, if this news instance does not have slug, there's no slug attached to it. I want the slug, self.slug, to be equals to the slug version or the slug gotten from the title. Now, this slugify is a Django built-in method. So if you look at your line 4 in your models of PY5, there's a method we've imported called slugify. Its job is to convert characters, ASCII characters, into slugs. So that is why when you're typing a title like Easter is fun, whenever slug sees space, it turns it into hyphen. So this is what it's doing. You can see if you look at my code, say convert spaces or repeated dashes to single hashes, remove characters that are not alphanumeric. So basically, it's just making it a slug. It's removing spaces, removing special characters and the likes. That's what this method is doing. So after you've said the slug is equals to the slug version of the title, then save it. That's this line 19. So this is how we tested it was working. We went to Postman, the create method. We passed in title, we passed in content, we passed in author, and we passed in image. So there are two things we did not pass in, the slug and the publish date. And we hit send, and it actually created those things. So if you see the slug was generated from the title, see the Happy New Year, there's space. If you notice too, the capital letter, I changed it into small letters. So that is how slugs operate.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. But one thing here I'm having issue with the ARGS, the argument and the quarks is underlying under the with the report super something.
All right. So check your indentation. The def, is it starting on the same line where the other fields inside the model are?
No.
Yes. So
No,
make sure
no,
it's the
no, no,
same line.
no.
So indent it properly.
Okay, I've actually put a proper indentation, but it's actually still underlying. But the ax, the first one under the def is not underlying, but the last one is the one underlying.
Oh yeah, now share your screen quickly. Share your screen quickly. All right.
Please, can you see?
Yeah, I can.
Please, can you hear me? Wọ́n sì bá fúnbọ́ jẹ́ tó tọ́.
Adijat, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Victor, can you hear me,
Yeah,
please?
Oladimiji.
Teju, I
Yes,
can hear
Oladimiji.
you.
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too.
Sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Sorry, it just showed me seeing disconnected. I don't know what happened. Probably network. I think Oladimiji, I was responding to you. Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Please share your screen. You're saying something about
Yes.
share your screen, please.
This, can you say please?
Yeah. So I said put your cursor on the ads and quads. Let me see what it's saying. Ads is not defined. Okay, I've seen your error. After the self in line 17, it's supposed to be comma. You say click put full stop. Then save, then self, comma. You say click put full stop. Line 17. After the self. No,
Comma,
line
title.
17. Line
Okay.
17. Yeah. After self. Self. After
Okay.
the self, supposed to be comma. You say click put full
Then-
stop there. Comma. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. All right. So I was saying there's one more view that we've not done, which is an endpoint that lists out all the news we have. So we can add that functionality to this create news. So we can do that once the person sends a get request to the create news, it should display all the news in the database. Then once the person also sends post, that's when it should go ahead and do this thing. So all I need to do first of all is to say that this thing is for post request. So I'll say something like if request dot method is equals to post. So if it's a post request, then I'll indent all these guys under it. So I'm changing it that this thing is for post. Then I now want to add the one for the get. So that's for post. Then I want to add the ones for the get. So this is the new line I just added. Then I shifted everything that we had before inside post. That's what I did there. Yeah, I can say else. Yes, return response. Serializer.data status is equals to HTTP 200. All right, so let's look up or let's up type then. I'll explain. Are we done? Guys, am I good to go?
No, sir.
While
No,
you're
sir.
typing,
No,
okay.
sir.
All right. So while you're typing, there are two things that are wrong with the code I've written. So someone should tell us there are two wrong. There are two things we've not done that make this code not to work. So please, while you're typing, try to decipher or figure out what's wrong. There are two things we've not added, and we need those things so that this code will work properly. Am I good to go?
You're not good to go. Did you overwrite what we had there before?
Yes, this is the only thing we had here before. This is what we had here before. So first thing I did was to add this line.
Okay.
Then I indented what we had inside it I put it inside this line. This is
Why?
what we had. I want this method, this create news. I want it to start handling two things. So I need to handle both post and get. So all this code that we had before was for only posts. So that I'm putting it inside the post. So if the method is post, run that old code that was there, which is for posts. Else, so this is for the get. Want it to list out all the posts. So that's why I'm doing it like this. We want the method to handle more than one thing. We want it to handle both post and get. So all those logic we wrote before when it was just handling post, you have to shift it inside the post now. So you know that that one belongs to if it's post the person sends. Then we wrote a new code for if it's gets the person sends, which is
Of
this.
others.
You said something is wrong about the code you wrote.
Yeah, there are two things we've not added, and without them,
Slug?
this code will not work.
Is it the slug?
No, it's not slug. We're creating, so it's not slug.
Okay. Yeah.
So Adija, Victor, look well. There are two things that we've not added, and those two things are needed for this code, this particular view. We need to add two of those two things to this view, or else it will not work.
Okay. So we should look for it.
Yeah, if you find it, just tell me. We have a minute to find it. Go the ultimate search. Whoever that finds it will get.
We are creating put.
What do you say, Victor?
I said we are adding put.
We're not adding puts.
Actually,
Put
your
is-
question, like we have to.
Language, I'm listening to you.
Like we are creating. Okay, we have to validate, right?
We're already doing the validation for this guy. See, we're validating, so it's not validation. So
We have to
we will
save.
no, we're already saving here. So the error is not coming from this one. This is the old code we had. This guy is correct. So it's the rest of the code. This part and this part that something is wrong. Line 9, there's something wrong. Line 18, there's something wrong. So I'll give you guys a hint. Line 9 and line 18. That's where the error is from.
Line 9 and 18.
Yes, like if you're just look at my own. Line 9 in my own and line 18 in my own. That's where the error is coming from.
We have not. If the request is. We have not put in request for get.
Thank you, Adija. So Adija has told us the first one. This thing here is called the decorator. It specifies the methods that this function should allow. Now we want it to also accept gets, but we've not yet passed in gets here.
You not tell what you give me again, no.
You didn't wait for me to finish now.
Ah, yele.
You're too fast.
Person, you said 1 minute.
You are too fast. You'd have waited for
I
me
was
to
too
finish.
fast.
You're too fast. You're
You
too
not
fast.
say our 1 minute is past.
Don't worry. Next one. Then the next error, line 18. Who wants to help us out? There's something we've not added to line 18, and we need that is so necessary. Let's debug line 18. There's something we've not added to this line.
Is it data
Okay.
request, data equals to request or data?
No, that one is only when you're creating. This view is just retrieving, so you're not passing any data. There's something we're supposed to pass in here, and I'll give you a hint. It allows us to serialize multiple objects at a time.
Many equals to true.
Exactly. So if you look at it, you are fetching all the news from the database. It's possible. It's not possible that all the news from the database will only be one. Abby, So you need to add that thing that how far many equals to true, meaning that multiple objects are to be serialized. So serialize all of them at a time, allow multiple serialization. Without this guy, you get an error because it will tell you that there are more than one news and you ask me to serialize news. It's not possible for me to serialize more than one news at a time. So this is what you add that will enable you to know many things are coming in. I have to serialize them at once. This is it. These two things, as little as they sound, without it, by the time you see error, debugging it is not simple because the error messages are not plain. So please, whenever you're serializing multiple objects at a time, many equals true should be included. Okay. So if you've added this many equals true and you've
Okay,
added this,
from this information, how do you know that we'll be serializing more than one thing?
all right. So first thing I'm doing first is getting all the news right. News to object.org. That's to get all the news in the database.
We are getting
Now
multiple.
you are getting multiple. Thank you. All the news means it can be 1,000, it can be 500, it can be two, it can be three. But as long as it's more than one, you have to add this argument, this condition. So that's how I know we're getting multiple. But if, for example, I was getting just one news, so I was getting, don't cancel yours, I'm just showing, explaining. So that's when I was getting only one news. This is me getting only one news. Abi Oladimeji, you accept that this is me getting only one news. This is me getting only one news. So
Yes,
if
sir.
this is what I'm getting, I don't need many equals to true. Why? Because it's only one news. Do you get? But the moment
Yes,
I'm
sir.
doing dots all, I'm expecting more than one. So I definitely need to add many equals true. So let's test that this thing is working. So if we go to this news creates, let's change it into gets. Go to news, this creates that we're using before that we just finished using. Change the method to get. Let's see whether this view can now handle get. Change it to get, then hit send. Then tell me what you notice. That creates that was there before. Change the post to get, then hit send. Then tell me what you noticed. Can we all see all our news objects? In the response, you can see all your news is coming out. Is that correct, or is only my own that is working? Is anyone with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, Victor, did yours work?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oladimeji, did yours work?
Even the one I've
Yes.
deleted.
Yes, sir.
No, the one you deleted cannot show. Anyone you deleted should not be there.
Man is saying get method not allowed.
All right, Adija, have you added gets in this place here?
Yes.
And it's saying
Or
get method not allowed.
let me
Are you going
open
to
up.
the right? Are you going to the right URL? Check the URL you're going to. Is that one that has /create? Is that the URL you're going to?
Yes. Let me.
In your postman, is the create you're going to?
Yes.
Ah,
All right, open a new
Saying
tab.
405
Open a
method.
new tab. Go to the create.
I've done that.
All right, please share your screen. All right, you can share your screen, please. So I will learn from it. Let's see what's wrong.
They know Wi-Fi beacon.
Okay, gets. All right, take me to your views. Let me see and make sure that gets is there first. All right. Dijat, your get is not yet there now. Line 9, you've not yet added get. No, no. Let post is inside his own string code. Get is inside his own. So backspace, backspace. The command should come after your hand. Then put the command in front of get. Thank you. Yes. Wait, you didn't close. Yeah, thank you. So try it again. Just go to postman and try it again. Send.
Sounds
Alright.
right.
So
Okay.
this is exactly. So these are the news. All right. Okay. So we stop sharing. Let's go further.
Please, I'm not getting it. I'm not
Adija,
getting
please.
you.
What do you say?
You
I'm
said
not getting. I'm not getting what you are saying. What you are doing. Slash create. I can't even find the create.
Who is calling me now? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. On that meeting, I was just telling Adija to stop sharing her screen. So let me share mine. On that means you're going to the wrong URL. That's why yours is not working. The URL you're supposed to go to is one for creating news, which is the slash create. So go to news slash create, then send a get request. News slash create. That's the URL for creating news. Create. Then send a get request. Send a get request. Yeah, send. Like send it in Postman, yeah. Okay. That's from data. Turn it off. You're not sending new data. Turn off. Click on the yeah. Then I think your own URLs. You call. Let me see what you called it in your URLs of PY file. Take it to your URLs of PY file. See it's your VS Code. Just click on it. Yeah. URLs of PY. Okay. So you call it create or like image, not new slash create. You're like, yeah. So just remove the news there. Yeah. Just call it create. Remove, yeah. Send. So there's a name error. Check your command prompt. Let's see what's wrong. Many imports true. Take me to your line 20 in your views.py file. Line 20. Don't do that. Remove this stuff that's kind of VS Code. Maximize your screen, please, so we can see. Okay. So you retrieve all the news, initialize news, many equals to true. So break out of the server, try to rerun it again. Because it looks correct to me. Try and run it again. Let me show that the error is still there. Yeah. Breakout, run it again, it should work. Breakouts, run it again, yeah. I'm not sending you. All right. So go to your Postman. It should work now. All right. So it's working. So your get, if when you send a get request to that news, to that create, Victor, please mute. When you send a get request to that create, it retrieves all the news. So that's what we've achieved. So basically, what we used to use 5 views to do, we're not doing it with just 2 views. Do we get it? We just optimized our code. What we used to use 5 different views to do and 5 URLs. We're using just 2 and we're able to achieve it. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to share screen now. It's not allowing me to share. No one can see my screen, I mean. Is my screen up? Can anyone see my screen?
Yes, sir.
No.
No, no, sir, no, sir. I can't see it.
Alright. Let me try and share it again. I'm clicking on the share screen. It's not bringing out that stuff. Okay. So just stay. Let me leave and join back. I know I'm unable to share.
Ah, what do default to down? Báwo gan wá wọn?
Ta ló gbá fọ́ọ̀tì? Ta ló gbá fọ́ọ̀tì?
It's Wolvo.
You carry them, abi?
Eh?
You carry them, you
Alright.
carry them.
Okay.
They
So
are
I can
beating
share now.
Tottenham.
Victor, please mute your mic. Are you a Tottenham fan? Alright. Can we see my screen now? Please confirm if you can see my
Yes,
screen now.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Alright,
sir.
alright. Okay. So I just want to show us some cool additions we can make to this project to make it easier and better for us. So the very first thing you need to consider is imagine in your admin panel you have like 1,000 news. So at the moment I have just 3 news items. Imagine I have like 10,000 news. Imagine a company like CNN now that every day they're uploading at least 200 new headlines. Now, do you expect them to now be scrolling through to find out the news about Buhari or Tinubu or whatsoever? So ideally, in this admin panel, there should be a search bar. Don't we think so? There should be something, a place where we just come, click, search for what we want to search. We'll bring out that news or bring out the auto sharp sharp. So we're going to add a search bar now to this admin panel. I'm just showing us customizations we can be adding to make life easier for us. So I will come over to my admin. Remember, anytime you want to customize anything related to admin, this is where you come to. So we can also see my screen here. I want to add a new setting called search fields. So this search field means whenever somebody types something, where do you want me to check for this thing in? For example, we have a news database. Somebody will come and search for something. So it means, should I check whether is the thing a title, or I should check whether it's a date, or I should check whether it's the name of somebody? So in search fields, you specify the field you want the database to search for that thing in. I don't know whether that makes sense. A user is going to type in something in your search box on the web. You need to tell your database where you should go and look for this thing in. You don't expect it to go and start checking whether the thing is in date, the thing is in slug, the thing is in name, the thing is in the person's address. No. You have to specify where you want it to go and check if the value exists in it. So I can say for this kind of news thing, you should go and search whether what the person passed in is a title of a news or is in the title or it's inside the content of the news. So if you can see my screen, please add this search field setting. Can we all see it? Please add this guy, search fields. If you can see it, please add that search field. Please add the search field. Let's add the search field. Are we there? Guys, are we there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So add this search field. This search field, this is where you specify the fields you want Django to query what the person has passed in. So basically, if someone types in Victor, with what I've said, I want you to check whether Victor belongs to the title of any news or is in the content of any news. That's what I'm saying. Whatever the person has passed in, check whether it's inside the title or check whether it's inside the content. That's what this code is doing. So if you reload your Django admin now, if you reload it, you should see something new. Who wants to tell me what they noticed? If you reload your Django admin panel, you should notice something new. Please tell me what you've noticed that was not there, that is now there.
If we load,
If you reload your admin panel,
Okay,
if you go,
there is a search button on top.
there's now a search box, right? So I want you to search for something that maybe exists or does not exist. So I'll come and search maybe Oladimeji and hit enter. You can see general news because there's nothing. Oladimeji is not inside the content of any news or inside the title. But if I search here, like my happy new, if I just search here, you see that it will give me the news that has here. So please, everybody, test your search box. Make sure it's working. So try and search for something that does not exist. Tell me what you got. Try and search for something that
It's
exists.
working.
It's working. That means yours is working. Victor is just working. Adijat is just working.
It's not working now. I'm trying to debug.
All right. So while you're doing that, Victor is yours working.
yes, it's working.
All right. Have you searched for something that does not exist and something that exists?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Adija, do you need us or you're good? Like the debugging stuff. Adija, you can share your screen so we can assist you.
I've seen my error.
Oh, okay.
So why is it bringing the total number of the news you have in this thing in your admin panel?
Share this 3 total.
Yes.
It's a Django thing now. Just telling me all the news I have. It's just Django, just making life easier for you. Do you get? It's not me, like I didn't do anything to make it show.
Okay.
All right. So if I reload, so click on your news now, so I can we're just on the admin panel now. Another customization we can add, or another feature that was not okay. Adija, are you talking to me?
Yes, it's working.
Oh, okay. So one last feature we need to do is this. In reality, this is a general question to everyone. In reality, your feed, the things you see, the content you see, is it arranged from oldest to newest or newest to oldest? So Oladimeji, what's your answer?
Is it arranged
Everybody,
from
your feed on Instagram, your feed on Twitter, is it arranged from oldest to newest or newest to oldest?
I think that has to do with your own settings, the one we want to
No,
see.
generally.
Okay, it's
How
from the
should
new
content be arranged?
to old. The newest to
Adijas,
the
how should
oldest.
content? Okay, that's your take. Adijas, how should content be arranged ideally? Oldest to newest or newest to oldest?
Newest to oldest.
Victor, are you in agreement or?
Yes, sir.
All right. So by default, Django is using oldest to newest. If you check that your get that you just did, you can see the post of ID of one, the one we created yesterday. That's the first one here. Then yesterday, then today. So it's basically using oldest to newest. And ideally, we should do newest to oldest. So how do we change the ordering of Django? How do we change it to do? How do we do it to make it arrange from newest to oldest? Basically, to reverse the usual way of it doing things. The default way of Django doing things is okay, oldest first, then newest. But now, once to swap it, like should use newest to oldest. So to do that, just come to your models.py. So let's click on our models.py. So whenever you want to change the behavior of a model, you have to use this meta class. which we used yesterday, the one that has the verbose name plural. We've already created the class. So this one is to make the plural form appear as news in the admin. We all know what verbose name plural does. They are specifying how the plural form should be on the admin panel. So the next thing we want to add, we want to change the way Django arranges this model. We want to change the way it arranges the instances of this model. We can add a setting called ordering. So we want to change the way Django orders news. I want to tell it should arrange it according to minus published dates. And I'll explain why it's minus published dates. So this is the new setting I just added, this ordering here. Under the verbose name plural, just add ordering is equals to, then open brackets, a list, then pass in minus published dates. Then I'll explain what it's doing. Are we all there? Are we done typing? So I can explain how it works.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this published date is what is keeping track of the time that person made that post. You understand? So if I said ordering is equals to published date, it means order it according to the date it was created. So that's oldest to newest. That's already the default Django is using. Now, because of these small minors that I put in front of published date, just this little guy, this one line, this minus right here, this minus is telling it do it backwards, reverse it. Naturally, if I say ordering is equals to published dates, I'm telling Django that arrange it from oldest to newest, arrange it according to the date it was published. Why is it published date? Because that's what we called it in this model, published date. That's why it's published date. Now,
Yes,
if
we
I leave it,
understand.
yeah, if I do it like this, it's telling Django do it according to oldest to newest. But the moment I put minus in front, it's telling Django reverse the ordering. So that
From the
means if I
back.
go back to Postman from the back, if I go back to Postman, look at it before I send it, you can see ID of 1 is appearing as the first thing. ID of 1 is arranged 1, 3, 4. That's how my own is arranged. The moment I hit send, you see that the order has changed to 4, 3, 1. Newest to oldest now. So please everyone confirm it that now when you hit send, it's arranging it from newest to oldest. Everyone hit send on your own. You should notice that the ID is now putting the newest ID first, then the older, the one before it, and the one before it. Is that working for everyone?
Yes, sir, it's working.
All right. Victor, is it working for you? Adija, did it work
Yes,
for
sir.
you? Adija, did it work?
Yes.
All right. All right. So that's good. Then, what if you want to arrange it alphabetically? Maybe
Wait,
doing
sorry. Where did you
okay.
confirm? The admin or postman?
Postman. I'm seeing the arrangement here. Even admin too. It will work. It will.
This admin, but why are you using get for create?
We've changed. Remember now, we just added get method to this place, so it can accept get now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So last thing we want to do is, what if our client said,
I can't hear you.
Thank you. Yeah.
this is according to alphabetical order. So A, all the news have E should come first, then B, then C, like that. How can we achieve it? Who wants to try? Anybody that gets it will get.
What is your question? Can you hear me? Victor, can you hear me?
Yes, Ladmiji.
Mr. Prosper.
You are mute. Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, sorry. So as I was saying, how do we arrange it according to the title? Who has an idea? Given this, I say let's arrange it according to the title. So A first, then B, then C, then D, like that, like that. How can we achieve it?
Instead of published date, you write name, ordering name. Is it correct?
Are you sure? I mean, I don't know. It's what you tell me right now.
Yes, that should.
Who is in agreement to me? I don't have money to buy laptop. In case this could blow my laptop. Alright, BG, Victor, do you agree with our teacher? She said we should write name there.
Ambiguous.
What do you say?
Ambiguous.
What did Dimeji say? Abigos.
Don't mind him. Does not give his own answer. All right. So Adijat, you're very close. The only thing is, name is not a field in this model. Instead of name, we're calling it what? Title here.
Title. So it will be title.
So Audrey will be title. Thank you. So just title. So it's the logic you've given us.
Goodbye.
With the logic you've given us now, if I hit send, it will now arrange it according to alphabetical order. So you can see the title of backend is phone, comes before Happy New Year. Can we see it?
So we can
This-
give it, you can put a comma here now. Or it's not work.
I just put title. I removed the published date. I'm not arranging according to
Like,
date.
can't we use the
I'm arranging-
same? We can't use it at the same time.
Okay, want to use the two?
Yes, it's not work.
Oh, yeah, no, you try it. You try it. Me, I won't try it. You try it.
I'm sure you won't try it.
I won't. You try it now. What's the worst that can happen? You try it first.
My coach dog and scatter. Oh, yeah,
We
I've
won't
tried
scatter
it.
in Jesus' name. All right. What do you notice?
It's worked oh. Happy New Month. Media.
So exactly, it works. Do you get?
Yeah.
I just want you to come out of that fear. Programming is like you try new things, you learn from it. Oh, it does not work like it works like. Do you get? So it's
Yeah.
using those two constraints now. So it's checking the dates, also checking the title. Do you get?
Yes.
Exactly. So if I said arrange it in Z to A, like change the title in the order, let it be from Z to A.
So
How
it will
do
be
you do that?
minus title.
Thank you. So just minus title. So
My
it's
own doesn't
arrange-
work. Oh.
Whose one is not working?
Mine.
All right, Victor, share your
Like I
screen.
added minus published date.
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay.
Let me see your models. Take me to your models. Yeah. All right. Minus published dates and title. Okay. Then take me to your postman. All right. Send. Check. Yeah, you're having an error. Check your command prompts. You're having an error. Breakout and run it again. It was trying to run while you were typing published dates. Yeah, run it again. Then send. Send in postman. All right. Victor, how are you typing wiki is a weekend government? Hey God. All right. So yeah. So this is all for today's class, guys. Yeah. Um, I'll send an assessment also. Adija, Victor, you guys have not yet submitted the previous ones. It's good for you guys to do the assessment so I can know our strength and make corrections.
Okay.
And that's also a way for you to confirm like what you know and what you don't know. Do you get? So please try and send in your submissions this week. Victor, you too. Please try and send
Yes,
in
sir.
submissions this week. All right. So see you guys next week. Yeah.
There's no Easter Sunday.
Adija, I know you start Sunday. Oh.
Ah,
If there is, it will be communicated, Sha. If there is, it will be communicated.
okay.
All right. So Adija, I think you are the host because I dropped off that time. So please stop the recording then um end the meeting.
How do I stop recording?
You should see recording. You can see recording up in your Zoom interface. You can see rec at
Okay,
the
okay.
yeah, you should see stop beside it like a square box.